Shaved Half here, just coming at you. Just wanted to show off for the episode of Javier in the Air coming up. Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. As you just saw, and you can tell from here because it's growing back and it's got some fur on it, but not yet. I did shave for my birthday. I got a lot of questions about that, and I've been shaving on my birthday for a couple of years now, so it's not very exciting. It's not a mystery, but it's what I do. So, coming to you relatively clean shaven, though this is about 5 days now. And I will be back to my normal bearded self, I'm sure, by next week. So if you're missing the beard, just hurry up and wait, and you'll get it. So, well, this has been an exciting week. It was, like I said, this was Halloween week. Halloween was my mother's birthday. Happy birthday again, Ma. And then the very next day is mine. And so I had a good time working, and then did some interesting things this weekend. So we're going to see them coming up here in a second. We're going to do our trash in the hood, as always. We're also going to see, I went out to a food truck on Saturday, which was just yesterday, 11/4. A food truck over off of Anderson Mill and Pond Spring Road. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Also went to see my friend Scott over at the Brewtique and had some yummy beers after I got back from eating. So it was a very calorie-laden day. But I was out there with Brother Rob, and so we got some beers done. I'll show you the ones I got. And then we're going to have a Zen moment. Probably have the Zen moment before the Spirit Time beer, and then that should take us all the way through to the end of our show. So I hope you have been enjoying the past 39 weeks, I should say. This is season 4, episode 40. So it's been going well. Normally there's 52 weeks in a year, and I've gotten 40 of them so far. I hope to get at least 3 or 4 more over the next couple of weeks. Thanksgiving's coming up, so I'm sure I'll have something special for that. For those of you who are first-time viewers, welcome to Javier in the Air. My YouTube handle is Javier in the Air 01, all one word. And if you haven't been to my YouTube channel yet, please do. Subscribe if you can. I know it gets kind of boring for some people, but I'm sure there's some fun you can glean out of it. And if you are interested in being on the show because you have something fun to show, or you'd like to be a co-host, by all means, please let me know, and I will get you on the show. So without further ado, let's go to the Trash in the Hood. Dark Frog Social Media presents Trash in the Hood, Week 67. Okay, welcome everybody. So, Week 67, this is day 3 because there were some torrential downpours, and day 2 was actually Halloween. So, you see there's a yardstick that I found in the middle of the road. By the way, this was taken during lunchtime, but I didn't have a chance to post it or take the photo until late in the PM. Then you see, there's a vape box, which I don't get all these vape boxes, but I've been finding a lot of them. Water bottles, candy wrappers, goldfish wrappers, just bits of paper everywhere. It's amazing some of the little bits of paper and steel and metal and rubber that either fall off cars or get thrown out of cars. There's some empty straw wrappers, there's a mini vodka bottle, and of course the usual cigarette butts. I always wish that I would never find any, but I'm always finding some, so it's not that rare. And then this was day 4, the next day. Again, I took this at lunch and posted late in the afternoon, took the picture late in the afternoon. Again, you see a bunch of the usual bits of, trash that people leave everywhere. A to-go French fry container, a couple of beverage cans, water bottles. I think there's a mask back there. a Lucky Strike cigarette box. I'm always surprised and amazed when I see Lucky Strikes because I'm like, I thought those guys went by the wayside. Again, the cigarette butts. There's a really folded, bent over there at the middle bottom piece of copper that got really crushed hard in the street. I don't know how long it's been out there, but yeah. So tissue papers and aluminum foil and a bunch of water bottle tops and soda bottle tops, but not them themselves. Hey everybody. So I get some questions every now and then about what's behind me, which is these are just slat blinds that are in my dining room, I should say. And they ask about, are you gonna get a green screen? Are you gonna do something? And I tell you what, if I can start getting more people on a regular basis as far as subscribers go, and I start actually doing this more for something other than just my whim, and that I enjoy it, and then I get to see people like the Takashitas, and I get to see my neighbors like the Pavlovskis come on here and do fun things, and I do fun things, and we talk about fun things. Then perhaps I will start investing more in there. As it is, I have a ring light, and I have the camera, of course, and a couple of microphones, and so it's I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Maybe for the next year, I may switch it up and try to do somewhere different every couple of weeks, just to give y'all something else to look at other than the slat blinds. So great question, though. I appreciate that. I will pretty much answer any question that's thrown at me, as long as it's not too risque. But I will be out here answering questions and all that. So, saying hello to all my friends and family that are out there, and when they come across my YouTube, it's always fun to see how they remark about it and how they think about it. And again, if this is your first time, please send me any and all comments and thoughts and suggestions and recommendations and anything you think might be fun for the show. I'm also looking at trying to change things up for the next year and add some different things that I want to do, and see. I'm still looking for suggestions, so send them my way. All right, so now we're going to get into a Zen moment. We're going to have our Zen moment. I've been trying to make sure I keep these. I'm pretty sure I'll probably keep these next year as well. So that's something that will be returning. But before we get that far into it, we still have Thanksgiving and Christmas to come up, and hopefully squeeze in another tasting or two before the end of the year. So let's go ahead and dive into our Zen moment. And there you have it, the Zen moment for the day, for the week. So enjoy it. I actually finally got some feedback from someone about this, saying that they liked the combination of music and media, video, still shots, anything that I had in there. They thought it was very interesting, and so they liked it. So thank you for that. I don't get a lot of feedback on my Zen moment. I do get some on the poetry. that is sponsored by Jay Anderson. So thanks a lot for that, Jay. Um, one of the things that I'm gonna bring to you now is, like I said, I did some. I actually got out and about yesterday, November 4th, for my birthday weekend to go spend some time drinking and eating. And so I'm gonna bring the eating portion of it first. So everybody knows that there's a lot of food trailers everywhere, and some of the more successful food trailers have gone on to make brick and mortar stores, or buy out a spot and that sort of thing. But there's some of the smaller ones that have been around for a while that either are totally happy with the food trailer, which is fine by me, and that's good, and they have good food, and they do a great business. And then there's some that are always trying to get to that point where they're able to get a brick and mortar store. So some of these smaller ones have been out there for quite some time. And the park, quote unquote park, that we went to yesterday was off of Anderson Mill and Pond Springs Road. Just on if you're heading from, say, 620, it's just a little bit on the other side of 183 and Anderson Mill. You go up a little bit, and it's right around Pond Springs, like they say. I think maybe one little street up or something like that. The buildings themselves look like it's an old administration building for a school district or an old elementary school or something like that. But in front of that, and there's also a CrossFit place in the back as well. But in front of that are trailers, food trailers. They're on both sides of the building. There's about 5 or 6 on the side that we were sitting on, and then there was 3 or 4 on the other side. So it was a food trailer that my friends, the Takashitas, invited me to go, and so I did, and it was a good time. Very, very close to me. If they were open earlier than 8:30 during the weeks that I work from home, I might go by there for a breakfast. But I log in at 7, so they are not open. So I'm not gonna move away from my desk to go grab something to eat. I'll just have something here. So regardless of that, I went yesterday. Had a great time, had some good food. There are a bunch of different places there, and there was a one called Shoyu Sugar that James Takashita actually ate at. There was a falafel place, and then there was a taco place that I ate at. The falafel place, Julia Takashita actually got something from there. So I'm going to show you the photos, some of the photos that I took there, so you can see along with some of the food. So if you live in the area, the Cedar Park area, and you're looking for a new place, specifically a food trailer, because I know some people have a large hankering for food trailers. Plus, it's always nice to help out mom and pop businesses. Then go check it out. So here's some shots from that. All right, so here are the food trailers that I was talking about. So here's one shot taken from right around where Underdog Bites is, which is a fantastic little burger joint there. Bright orange food trailer, so you can't miss it when you come to this place. And then that seems to be on the far end, and then all the other ones are to one side of it, and then they all go down here. We're actually sitting at a couple of picnic booths. Picnic tables, I should say, sorry, underneath a canopy. So it looks like it's put in by the thing. There's Underdog Bites. They seem to do a really brisk business as far as almost like catering. Like the gentlemen that were waiting there, they actually ordered like 7 or 8 burgers, I was told. So I thought that was interesting. So Underdog Bites doing a really good job over there, and a great price too. So if you're looking for a good burger, decent burger that is great price, then I would come here and check them out. So there's some more benches. So I was taking a photo right around where those guys were. So here's a photo of Shoyu Sugar that James was eating. This was their, I think it was Korean style fried chicken, if I'm not mistaken, with rice and then something else on the side. It also came with some chipotle mayo. So that looked really good. Kept has the skin on, so if you like it like that, then this is for you. I did have one of them, and it was really good. Really crispy, really flavorful. Turned out to be really good. He enjoyed it. This is from the falafel place, which I didn't catch the name there, but they have a big sign that says falafel in front of it, so you can't miss it. It looks like to me like fajitas on rice, but I think it's lamb, which would make sense for a falafel place. Some like a tzatziki salad, I think it was also, and something else. Julia had this, and she said she really enjoyed it, and it was flavorful. I didn't get a chance to have any because I had my go-to at a food trailer place, fajita taco. So as you see, there's a lot of cilantro and onions, and thankfully, I'm not one of those people who cilantro tastes like soap. So it's fantastic for me. So really good job. Also really cheap, reasonable. There was a lot of, I could tell there was a lot of construction workers that were coming in, even though it was a Saturday, they were working. And these are reasonable as well. So I think they were like $2 a taco. So really great price, really great little food trailer place. Okay, so if that didn't make you hungry, then you must be eating right now because that made me hungry again. Really great place, really great businesses there. And if you're in the Cedar Park area or you come up this way, by all means you should check them out. If you ever come and visit me, you should say, "Hey, let's go check out those food trailers," and we would go check it out. So now we're gonna move into the last section of the show, Spirit Time. This is a special Spirit Time. So, like I said, for my birthday weekend, Brother Rob said, "Hey, let's go to the Brewtique." So I was like, "Of course, let's go." So went to the Brewtique and had some beers there. Said hey and got to say hello to Scott and got to go in there. And again, 150 beers that you can grab from. Some fantastic ones. Ones that I've seen before that I felt really that I really wanted to have those, but I always like to try something new when I'm over at Brewtique, and they never fail me. Even though the last one I've had a couple of times, but there's a reason why I keep having it, and I'll tell you what that is when you see the photo of it. So great time there, just a couple of beers, drove home responsibly, yes ma, but did enjoy myself out there and got a good chance to see Scott and get out and about. Now I know today they are doing a redo. Every couple of months or so, Scott is gracious enough to have some artists, I guess street artists, graffiti artists, whatever you want to call them, artists. They're still an artist. Come out and redo the mural on the side of the Brewtique. I've shown a couple of them before. One of them was Deadpool, and you had Wolverine in it and a bunch of other things. I don't know what this one is because I haven't seen it yet. But they're working today. It usually takes them all day. I think Scott said that there was 4 or 5 artists this time doing a giant collaboration, which is fantastic. And so as soon as I get shots of that, I'll show it to you here on the show. What that means though is extra special Spirit Time. I know I say that, I've been saying that for the past like 5 or 6 weeks, but it's another special one. So let's take a look and you'll see whether you like it or not. If you see something you like, by all means go to the Brewtique and visit Scott. Or Jana or any of the other rest of the team out there. If you see something, if it intrigues you and you'd like to know more about other beers, I would go out there and talk to Scott as well. So here we go. Hey, it's Spirit Time. This week, out at Brewtique. Hey everybody, welcome to Spirit Time. So out at the Brewtique, I saw this great looking beer from Duclaw, which if you haven't had Duclaw before, go by and talk to Scott. He's got some beers out there. This is called the Pastry Archie, also known as Super Freak, which is a coconut caramel chocolate lager, I believe, or maybe a stout. It's also 7.5 ABV and really good, really good. I'm sorry, 8.5 ABV. I was just corrected on that. Really great. What I like about this is that it was not overly sweet, so it wasn't like, pounding that coconut caramel chocolate cookie type thing in your face or down your throat, but it just enough of a hint of a taste. Not too sweet, like I said, so it turned out to be really good. This was a 16 ouncer, so I would recommend it to friends and family, especially if you like the high ABV like we do. Definitely goes very well by itself, but if you want to have it with a dessert, you can. I probably wouldn't, but um, overall, I would say probably an 8 out of 10 thumbs up. Now, here's a little good beer. This is from Family Business Beer Company, actually owned by one of the guys that used to do Supernatural. In fact, I think both of them may be invested in this now. I'm not exactly sure, but I know one of them is for sure. He started this company. They're out in Dripping Springs, Texas, and this is called the Grackle. And it is a very, very good beer. I can't remember exactly what type it was, but it was really good. I know, forgive me for this. I can't see the small writing. It's Imperial Stout, I think it was. 9.0 ABV, so really good on the alcohol. Really nice taste. Good finish to it. Another beer that I would also probably not pair it with anything. I'm sure Family Business could tell you if they like to pair it with something, but most of the time I like to drink beers without adding anything in it, even if it's just savory, like Rabes or something like that. So this was a really good beer overall. I would also give this 8 out of 10 thumbs up. And then last but not least, Saloon Door Brewing, which is a really good place. I've had some of their other ones. This is their basic biculus, which I know I believe I had it on this year's pumpkin tasting. If not, it was on last year's for sure. Now this is a artisan imperial stout that has pumpkin spice latte in it. So remember, like I said before, pumpkin spice is the spice. It really is not. There's no pumpkin in it unless it actually says pumpkin chunk or pumpkin puree or something in it. This is really just the spice. So it's the pumpkin spice they use for lattes. This was a really, really good beer. It's not heavy on the latte. It's not too heavy on the spice. Overall, it's a really, really good beer. And if you see that 12 there at the bottom, that is 12.0 ABV. So I wanted to wrap up the day with a really high ABV, and this one called to me. I know Scott made fun of me because he's like, aren't you done with pumpkin beers? But this basic biculus really speaks to me, and it's really good. Again, I probably wouldn't pair it with anything, but I really just enjoy drinking it. And I would have it by itself, like I say about most things. So I would actually give this one a 9 thumbs up. That's right, you heard it, 9 thumbs up. So there you have it, out at the Brewtique. So if you get a chance to go out there, tell Scott Javier said hello. And there you have it, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get a chance. I really do that you get a chance to go out and see Scott at the team at the Brewtique. If you really like beers, then this is really the place for you. You get to go in, taste a couple of beers that you may or may not like. Chances are you'll probably like it. If not, you tell Scott, I don't really like this one I had. And he's like, okay, well, let's shift this way or let's shift that way. He really knows his beers. They all do out there. And they can help you pick one that you like. And then if you really like it, you can take some home with you too. So that's always a benefit. It's like an adult candy store, in my opinion. And it's good. They also have some mead out there. They have a lot of cider out there. So it's not just beer. They may even have some wine out there, but I know they have some barley wine, but I don't think they have any actual or a lot of wine. So if you're looking for wine, this is not the place for you. If you're looking for beer, this is a place for you. So, all right. Well, that is all we have for now. Like I said before, if you're interested in wanting to be on the show or promote your mom and pop business, no matter where you are in the country, I can get you on the air. I'll fit you into my schedule and we'll interview and then we'll have you on. If you want to be a co-host, I know some people have asked me about it, but didn't really hear back from them. But if you're interested in being a co-host of the show, I can set up the cameras or we can do a Zoom thing and we can have a little bit longer show than I normally have. And for those of you who have been watching on a regular basis, once Thank you. But secondly, also, you'll notice that I've been trying to keep it around 30 minutes. But if it goes longer, especially if I'm doing interviews, then I will have a two-part show. And I have no problem with doing that at all. The more the merrier, in my opinion. So, once again, Thanksgiving coming up in a couple weeks. Christmas coming a couple weeks after that. So it's going to be a tight and busy schedule for a lot of people. So be safe out there. If you would like to send something my way, aka some cordials, liqueurs, beer, or wines, by all means you can drop it by my house. If you know where my house is, leave it on the front door and I'll get to it. And finally, if you, like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, I'm always looking for new ways to change up the show to either make it more popular or just more fun for me overall. So if you have any ideas of how I can go, which direction of the show I can go, I did get some from my coworker and friend Sam. Had a good idea, which I may try and see what kind of feedback I get. And so if you have other ones, just let me know. All right, so we're going to call this one done. Kept it under 30 minutes, so that's fantastic. I want to thank everyone for watching. Remember, if you would like to subscribe, go to my channel on YouTube, which is Javier In The Air, not on the air, in the air. You'll get something totally different if you put in on. And you're welcome to search for it if you like. You won't like it. So anyway, have a good rest of your Sunday. Have a good week, and the clock is ticking down to Turkey Day. So I will see y'all again next week. Thanks a lot, everybody.